morning, everyone. Today we are on our way to Kelowna, which is a bit of a detour. We were supposed to go to Clearwater, but we decided to go to Kelowna because we really wanted to check it out. It's a 5-hour drive straight from Whistler, but we're doing a lot of stops. Right now we're stopping at Darren Falls, and then we're going to Joffre Lake, which I'm very excited about. And then we're also doing another stop before we get to Kelowna, and finally at Kelowna. So it's probably going to be an 8 to 9 hour, 10-hour day. We don't know. Hopefully we can do all our stops and get to Kelowna in time, and that we don't run into any wildfires either. So fingers crossed for a really, really smooth day. It is so hot already. It is only 9 a.m. and I'm already sweating. I need to change out of this long sleeve for sure. But these falls are really, really beautiful. The river was like a teal blue. It was really, really nice. And these falls are really, really fast. We made it to Joffre Lake. We almost didn't make it because Rachel didn't have the confirmation code, but luckily she saved it on her laptop.
On my laptop.
So now we're able to see Joffre Lake. Thank God. We're at Lower Joffre Lake now, and then there's a middle and there's an Upper Joffre Lake. We just jumped in the Glacier Lake like 3 times. It was so refreshing, so amazing. Got everyone else to do it too. How was it?
It was amazing.
Look how crazy that sunset is with all the smoke. Good morning, everyone. We are in Kelowna today. It is very, very smoky. Not as smoky as last night, but it is still very smoky, which we're a little sad about, but we're not going to let it affect our day. We're going wine tasting today. We're going to 3. Cole is DDing today. These were all recommended by someone that we met at our hostel, and he works at the winery, and he recommended all these places. And of course, we have to support our Indigenous community, so we're going to this Indigenous one first, and we're very, very excited. So let's go and taste some wines. Look how cute we all dressed up today.
For once.
Took forever to get ready.
I don't know if you recognize me, but I'm the same person from yesterday.
Cole's dressed as not just as nice.
Cole's dressed like our show reporter.
Literally.
So Rachel has decided to be in our vlog,
Yeah.
and she wants to share her experience that we've had in all these 3 wineries.
No, 3 wineries. Alright, the first one, Indigenous Run. So important in 2021. That looked like a pretty place, but,
Sulphur or whatever it is, right?
but it was $5.
It was
So
the
if you
cheapest.
on a budget and you want to support Indigenous run businesses, then this is the place to go. The wine was ice.
The wine was,
It was good for $5.
it was okay.
Oh yeah.
For $5 it was okay.
Hell yeah. Quail though, that's where it was at. Larry was lit. Larry answered all my questions. He gave us his backstory. He gave me a little story. He talked about his family, his wife.
Some very interesting facts.
Larry gave us a lot of free drinks, man.
Yeah. So definitely, if you're checking out quails,
Ask for Larry.
ask for Larry.
We love Larry.
Best in the biz.
That's what it is.
We were supposed to go to the Hatch, but for some reason it was closed. Just
What did they say? The sign literally said closed for a situation within our staff. Huh? What's that about? That's just gonna be shut down. And
Can't be this ghetto from a vlog.
what do you mean? This is a Rachel cut.
Then we went to
I'm
Beaumont,
good.
which was a family-owned winery.
Hell
Instead of
yeah.
the Hatch, we found it very last minute.
Organic.
It was very nearby, so we decided to try it. You know, support local businesses.
They had 48,000 plants, and because it's organic, they have to tend to it more.
That one was alright.
And it was like
No
the
Larry,
least-
but
yeah.
it was alright.
No Larry, no Aaron from Indigenous World Winery. What's her name?
She didn't tell us.
I don't know.
She didn't tell us.
So it was okay. But if
Yeah.
you want to support locally owned businesses, then you can try that out.
yeah. If you're into organic.
Ice wine was good. It was a hint of burnt caramel, apricot, and what was the last one?
Honey.
Honey.
Tastes honey. It tastes
Very
like my
nice.
honey sticks.
Very sweet. So we love Quail so much that we came back here because we wanted to try the wood-fired pizzas. So now we're waiting for our wood-fired pizzas.
I've been waiting.
And we are hungry. Lots of wine in our stomachs. And very excited. So we got a chicken one. And this one's duck confit. It looks so good. I love white sauce.
I need a minute. It's so good. Fresh. Cheesy. A little sweet. I'm not sure. I can't remember what this is, but it's a
Shallots.
little
There's shallots in it.
shallots. Very sweet. Such a good balance, and the white sauce is amazing. Everything goes so well together. Cooked really well. Could probably be in the oven actually for a little bit longer.
It is so hot today in Kelowna. 30 degrees? 31 degrees outside. I almost passed out from all that wine too, so we decided to head to the beach for a little bit.
I wanted to go do some backflips off that over there, but it's $28.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm only
crazy.
here for 15 more minutes, so
That's not worth it.
it's not worth
You
it.
can cliff jump for free
Exactly.
in better places.
Exactly. So
Look at all the smoke from the wildfires still here.
the view would have been insane.
This could have been a really nice view, guys. 'Cause you can see mountains over there, barely. Guess we gotta come back. All right, 8 a.m. Dead tired. We saw some wildlife though. Saw some deer, saw some elk. No bears or moose.
I think it's still worth it though.
It's still really nice. It was Rachel's idea, but she fell asleep. Now I'm gonna pass out.
Time to go take a nap.
It's time to take a nap because I can't keep my eyes open anymore. But it's absolutely beautiful. Really nice to see it this early in the morning when there are no people at all. And even the lake was very still and quiet, which was beautiful. Welcome to Sulphur Skyline Summit. We made it up into the mountains where we were dying. I was dying. But we did it in an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, about that. This was our first hike in Alberta, and
Oh, yeah.
the best is yet to come. How much did we cover? We covered
5
about
kilometers.
4 or 5 kilometers in about an hour and a half, and we ascended 600 meters? 800.
Damn, 800 meters.
We ascended 800 meters.
We do be dying, but
I thought it was okay.
it wasn't the most difficult, but it was difficult. It was very, very beautiful
It
up
was a good
here.
workout.
And there's still a lot of smoke in the sky, as you can see, but you can still see the beauty of the mountains.
Grab the wall. What are you like trying to make?
And just like that, this view is ruined.
We stopped by at this little lake beach thing on our drive back, and people are walking really, really far, and the water is still shallow, like only up to their knees, which is really crazy. So we wanted to try it too, but it's actually freezing cold water. And my feet are dead from the hike.
How was it now?
I'm still shaking. I clapped the water. My arms are red.
You like
Still
shaking?
shaking a little bit.
She jumped from, where'd you jump from? Which one? That one up top, right?
That top one. That was the biggest one I've ever done. Good morning, everyone. It is our last day in Jasper today. We are currently on the way driving to Banff for our very last night on our West Coast trip. We're gonna spend it in Banff and then go all the way to Calgary and then fly out from there, which is very, very sad. I don't want to go home, but we are right now at Athabasca Falls, stopping on our way to Banff, and we learned some very, very interesting facts that the Athabasca River actually links the freshwater ice of the Columbia ice field to the salt water of the Arctic Ocean, and it passes through the Great Slave Lake, which is where I was before, where Sasha lives, all the way up the Mackenzie River, which I think Fort Simpson's crosses around here where Nahanni was. And then it goes to Inuvik into the Arctic Ocean, which is so crazy. It goes that far all the way up the north. And I was just there and saw all those places. I thought it was really, really cool. It's Sasha's birthday today.
Yes.
How old are you today, Sasha?
25.
Oh, how do you feel?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. That was the saddest okay.
I feel okay.
I'll be okay. I'm not having a quarter life crisis at all.
Those were some beautiful falls. Learned some very interesting information about them. They were super, super fast. Cole says you can't survive them. Yeah, no shit, you can't survive
I'm built
them.
different. I can survive. That's easy. I'll be fine.
He wears his Gymshark one time and he's like,
I'll just surf it down on the log.
I'm built different. There's it's not funny. I also learned that there are birds that dive underwater to grab fish and food from the inside of the falls, and they don't really care about how fast the water's going. I thought that was really, really cool. And the water is always 10 degrees colder than what it is out here. We've stopped for this beautiful view of the Icefields Parkway. Keeps going down across the highway. Good morning, everyone. It is our last day today in West Coast. Everyone's very, very sad. But our last stop was in Lake Louise at 6:30 in the morning because there is nobody here. Not really. Not as much as yesterday where we were stuck in traffic and we didn't even get a spot to park. But today we got here really, really early and we didn't even have to pay for parking because parking starts at 7. So
Which is great.
if you want to come see this,
We're on a very tight schedule.
because Sasha has to catch her flight. But if you want to come see this, definitely come early in the morning before 7. It is beautiful. Quiet. Just insane.
It is insane.
Alright guys, say bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.